So, Leo fired you on your first day.
Oh, Daddy.
You start Monday.
I'm really enjoying The Rainmaker so far. But I was wondering, because like everywhere that I've heard it talked about, people are like, oh, it's the movie, you know, it's a remake of the movie or the John Grisham novel. Was that something in your mind when it first came to you? Had you seen the movie? Had you read the novel? Did you have big shoes to fill?
All of the above. I know John Grisham very well because my dad lived on a plane. He worked for IBM and he would just always fly to different countries for IBM. And he always, vividly. I mean, we had a bookcase full of all his, in paperback, because he would take a paperback with him on these planes, and he would just crush John Grisham. So when I knew this came up, I was like, oh my God, I have to. And it's come to television, and I love that it's with TV because you can really delve into a character more. And then obviously I remember the movie vividly because it's Coppola, and I went back and watched the movie. I'm like, oh, it's Danny DeVito. Oh God. And I worship Danny DeVito. Like him in Taxi is just like my North Star.
Yes.
And that time of television, Taxi and MASH, I mean, like those are my favorite because I think that's my sweet spot of acting. I like being serious and comedy and having heart, and I just love that. And then this character is a bit of that. He gets to have a little humor. He gets to be the person that you want in your corner. I mean, everybody wants a deck in their corner because they're just married to the law or the task and a wonderful meal. I mean, that's just who this guy is. So I was a little freaked out, but I mean, I think that gets you up in the morning to take a shot at the title. So I hope I didn't let John Grisham down or Danny DeVito down or anyone associated with it, or our showrunner Michael Seitzman, who's awesome, who knows my voice a little bit, which is great. So, and not you, I'm Tatiana. Did I let you down? That's what I really
No, I was about to say you didn't let me down, and I'm sure they're all very proud of you. In fact, Danny DeVito just told me yesterday, I love him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I cry for the rest of the interview. I just cry. I call my mom, like, he said he loves me, Mom. He said he loves me. Robyn still hates me. Robyn hates me. But Tatiana,
you're great at it. You're so funny.
Robyn, obviously, we know who Kelly is from the book, from the movie, but she starts off as something of a mysterious entity in the show. We just know she is in neighborly distress. Can you talk about kind of expanding on her role and like getting kind of that freedom to play more with who she was before Rudy inserted himself into her life?
Yeah. So she lives in the same apartment block as Rudy, and they kind of notice each other. He kind of notices that she's in this abusive marriage, and they kind of form this connection, and it's nice to kind of see it in like a platonic way as well. But yeah, it's nice to just it's nice to have that kind of relationship build.
Absolutely. PJ, you mentioned being kind of like a man that's all about the job, right? You know more about the law than probably anyone else who's passed the bar exam. So can you talk about Deck Shifflet, which is like the greatest fictional name of all times, approach?
I mean, I love that you said that because I think so too. I think it's so funny. And there's such a layup joke. It was like, it's D-E, not D-I-C-K. Like, I feel like someone's got to get into that with me at some point. In a flashback or something, my childhood name, they would call me the DI. Anyway, sorry. So Tatiana, what the hell do you want?
I'm sorry, yeah. What was the actual question? That's an excellent idea, and that needs to happen. Yeah. However, my question is, how does your character approach his job and his work with Bruiser, who is very unconventional as a lawyer as well?
Yeah, so I mean, the way I look at it is, we don't break the law. We absolutely bend the law to its fullest extent. And I think the true evil, these big conglomerate law firms that we go up with, they will straight up break the law, period. That's how I look at them. And my character is interesting because he's hyper aware of the law. I think he knows all the intricacies of it and how to push it, and as I said before, how to bend it. But he's always like a chief of staff. He's like a vice president. He doesn't get to be the guy, the president of the company or the country to actually pull the levers. So it's a balance with him that he has to like not only first like potentially manipulate the jury for us to win. I have to manipulate my cohort. So it's either Bruiser or Rudy or convince them of something to make that argument or to make that move or to do something. So there's always a two-step process with me, as opposed to just like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use my instinct and to try to convince the jury or to go against that lawyer. I don't really, I can't go right to the punch.
Absolutely. Robyn, I think it's interesting that in a lot of the early episodes, Kelly has to do a lot without saying much, both in scenes with her horrible husband and with the rootworthy Rudy, because she can't really talk about what is going on with her. Can you talk about how you approach that as an actor and like, what is your way into her?
I think it's just really taking that time. I was talking before about how like, I kind of like to be out of it as an actor and then really kind of just like lock in when it's like, okay, turn over and really get into that. But yeah, and not like speaking as much and having the things, it's kind of just like I kind of worked on like the inner monologue of her and how she's feeling and trying to portray that without speech, but with your eyes and just like your body language and just trying to like her need to have help, but she can't. Yeah, it's just terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. I'm smiling. I'm like, no, don't smile.
No, I know.
It's a very sad story. Yeah. Now, this case is like elevated, like the stakes are elevated. It's more like someone's literally going to die at every minute thanks to Dan Fogler. To PJ, can you talk about being on his tail and like what is it about that character that tips you and Rudy off so early on?
Well, first of all, let me say this. I think it's so cool that the world's going to see Dan play a character like this. They know no one gets to see Dan do something like this. And I just knew he's going to be awesome because he's so innately interesting. And sometimes when you're following an evil character, you want to have, there's some sense of the audience. Like, am I liking this? Like, did I like Tony Soprano? Like, I know he's horrific, but yet, because you want to stay with him and follow that journey and sort of get into their head of why he is doing that. And was in his first moment, was he on the side of right? So, but from our other perspective, we're pursuing this man. And, my character is not scared of a lot of things. He's sort of interested in everything in life. But I think Dan's character is the first speed bump was like, oh, there's consequences when you interact with this person. You might not make it out of here alive, if you will. And I think that's another part of our show that's really interesting, that it's like 5 different shows in one, and you're watching multiple relationships happening. You're like, there's death. Like, we're going against this big hospital. There's so much going on in our show. And I think that's the secret sauce of our show, that you care about all these characters and you get a chance to watch 5 different shows in one. I don't know, that, at least that's for me, that's what I was so intrigued by it.
Yeah. And assuming that we get a second season of these 5 different shows in one, for each of you, is there something? Please. Yes. Is there something that you'd like?
I got 3 kids. 3.
We have to feed the children. Yes. Think of the children.
I mean, we're here to feed the kids. Come on.
Is there something you'd each like to explore about your characters in that season 2?
Yeah, I mean, for me, yes. I want to know who was Deck in love with. That's what I would like. Who crushed Deck that he's so single right now, that he's married to the law and he just wants to bro out with the boys and like always binge eat. Like, who slaughtered him that he's still clearly in love with, that he doesn't even talk about? I want to know that. And I bet it's like a high-powered, like it's the governor of like North Carolina or something. It's someone just huge. Like, that's what I want to explore. And is he a great lover? Is he a wonderful lover? I don't know. Maybe that's what blew it. He's a terrible lover.
He's awful.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's explore. Yeah.
Robyn,
Deck.
Yeah, I'd probably love to explore her once she started to heal, and explore her joy a little bit more. You get to see bits of her be happy, but not enough, and that would be because of the situation. But that would be nice.
I want to
This
see
is a
it.
massive juxtaposition of our two characters.
I know.
It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense that you're in this room together.
We were
Yes.
a news story, like we've lost 19 people in a thing. Let's go next. Tom from the morning show is going to be happy to show us the weather. You're like,
Very different.
Thank you both so much. You're both wonderful to
question.
watch. Thank you. Have a
you.
wonderful day. And I love Bolin in Legend of Korra. I just want to say.
oh my God, then I love you.
Okay,
Then I love you.
thank you.
That's it.
Okay, bye.
You're the woman who Jack loved. That you've ruined me. You.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Tatiana
sorry.
from Screen Rant. Devastated.
And I must leave you again. I must devastate you again.
All right,
Farewell.
bye, Tatiana.
This isn't a negligence suit. It's murder. Question is, how high up does it go?